Hey folks, Greg Sharp, welcome to Inside Armwrestling, the home for all news on arm wrestling, fitness, strength, sports, and competition. Today we have a lot to talk about in the world of arm wrestling. Folks, let me give you a snap, let me give you a clap, a snap, and a point. Clap, a snap, and a point. We got it right the second time. You know what? Ever since Don Underwood has been here, I've been a little bit off. I'll be honest with you. He started doing the point. He started doing his... And, you know, it's very interesting. He's an intimidating guy. He really is. He's got a good voice, too. When it comes to talking and to podcasting and such, he's a guy who can kind of bring it. So we're lonesome without him here today. Don Underwood is heading back to Riverside, California here on June 28th, folks. That's right. We want to talk a little bit about the World Series of Arm Wrestling on June 28th, folks. We are going to be in Riverside, California for our West Coast Regional. It is our first corporate regional of the year. That's right. We only actually have two this year. We have the Riverside and the Jacksonville. All of our other regionals have been put together with other partners in different states and cities, and they've done an amazing job so far. But this will be the first where you will see me, Mr. CEO, Mr. WSA, Mr. Greg Sharp, I guess is what I really am, coming to you Riverside, where it's really a fun weekend here, folks, because we have some real neat things involved when it comes to the Riverside location. One of those neat things is we're going to do a segment this year called Hollywood versus Hollywood. And really what it is, it's a little charity event that I'm going to put together. We're going to give away $500 per charity. Whether the team wins or loses, it is for fun, but it is for the charity and giving it away in the spirit of doing something positive. We are going to have the stars of Billboard Inc. there at the reality side of the Hollywood side, as well as some other Hollywood stars that we are going to be announcing here this coming week. So look for World Series of Arm Wrestling on our Instagram or our Facebook page for those updates. They are going to be incredibly fun to see, and guess what, folks? I'm super excited. We will be live streaming this event. This will be another first for us. For WSA, we haven't live streamed any of our events in the past. We have kept them under closed TV captions, but for this one, we will live stream. You still will not be able to use your phones at this location. However, you will be able to catch it on a live stream on Radiate TV. That's right, folks. Radiate TV is about to launch, and we're going to give you more information on that this week as the coming days count down for us to go live. But once again, Radiate TV is where you're going to be able to see this, and we're going to actually be pumping that out in more ways than one here in the upcoming weeks. But before the 28th, guys, I want to kind of go over a couple of things that are going on in the world of arm wrestling, and I think that their value, especially here on the West Coast. We have actually 3 competitions going on, 3 actual regionals, bit spaced out, but obviously when you're in a tight area of a very finite amount of arm wrestlers, it can affect all of these tournaments. So my message to you guys is simple. Try to get out and participate. Every one of these promoters is trying to do their part in getting the sport of arm wrestling to the next level, and that is to be consistent on the very local end and doing very quality regionals. The first one we're going to talk about is the Tuolumne Lumber Jubilee. It is on Saturday, 21st of June. It is at 18609 Pine Street, Tuolumne, California, 95379. Folks, California Arm Wrestling Entertainment is running it. Their phone number, 209-679-6583. They're going to have a 2-pound clothing allowance, and they have a pretty good array of different weight classes. 0 to 54 for you light guys, 55 to 76, 77 to 209, 210 to 242, 243 plus. Weigh-ins will be on Saturday, 9:30 to 11. So a very short weigh-in period there on this one, guys. The weights will be determined upon entry. So what that really means is if 0 to 54 doesn't have enough entries in there, they're going to roll it over to the next highest weight class. So make sure that you're encouraging all those people on your team and around to get down there and take advantage of this. A very easy cost to get involved. It's $25 per arm per class. After 2 entry, your 3rd and up entries are free. So basically, you're paying $50 to pull as many classes as you want after 2. So if you've got any questions, please give California Arm Wrestling Entertainment a call. They can help you out on that. The second tournament that we'll head over to, this one is in Pocatello, Idaho. Interesting name of a street, 12679 Go Away Avenue. Not Go Away, but Go Away Avenue. This is the Idaho tournament. Damon and Jaden is putting on. Damon's phone number is 208-840-0144, and Jaden's at 208-530-3696. This one, folks, again, Saturday the 21st, the weigh-ins, again, a tight weigh-in window, 6:21 the day of Saturday, 9:30 to 11:30, and there'll be designated stations. This one will have a kids bracket. So the cost of this tournament is $40 per arm. Kids will be $10, but that'll be determined, the classes, by age and weight. Just because you're a 12-year-old or a 9-year-old doesn't mean that you're going to pull each other. If you're very light or very big for your age, you may not be pulling against the kids generally in your own weight group. Or I should say, you'll be pulling against kids that are generally in your own weight group, not in your age group, and vice versa. So there's got a lot of programming and a lot of thought that goes into making sure the kids' arm wrestling is safe and competitive. They're going to do a great job there. They always do. That is the 4th annual Call to Arms tournament in Pocatello, Idaho. Pocatello, Idaho. Again, on Go Away Avenue, not Go Away Avenue. And then lastly, folks, this is a really good tournament, and I want to give a shout out for it because it really is a good cause. This is the LLD, Long Live Dono Foundation. It is run by the Williams up in Bend, Oregon. However, the tournament is in Redmond, Oregon. It's at General Duff's Waterhole. We were there last year. It was outstanding. It was outside. It was well received. It is 404 Southwest Forest Ave, Redmond, Oregon, 97756. You have weigh-ins on Friday night from 6 to 8 or Saturday from 10 to 11:30. The event starts at noon. And folks, they really do start at noon. They're going to have some super matches, I'm sure, there. It is a buy-in at $30 per arm per division. Kids are free. There is no clothing allowance. You must weigh in at the weight that you are supposed to be. That's a 0 to 54, 55 to 76, 77 to 98, 99 to 220, 221 to 242, and 243 plus. They have a Masters tournament for right and left, and kids will be done by weight. There will be an amateur class as well. The ladies will have 0 to 143 and 144 plus. Again, this goes to the 501c3 LLD Foundation. They do a lot of good in that Oregon community, making sure that kids have a way to participate in sports, leaving off the memory of their son, Donovan. Again, if you watch season 2, you'll be able to get a little bit more understanding about why that is so important to the Williams as well as the arm wrestling community. But another great tournament now. 3 real popular places to be next weekend, or I should say this weekend, right? Anthony, the 21st is this weekend. 3 real popular places to be this weekend. And folks, try to make it out there. I mean, the support means a lot. Each and every one of these guys are putting on a tournament to again, support the sport. It is unfortunate in value that you have 3 that are right in the Northwest, but unfortunately, sometimes the calendar only gives you so much you can do. So when you do that, it's really important that everybody that can get out there and make sure they participate. Couple of things, guys, going into arm wrestling. Obviously, you've got plenty of arm wrestling that's coming up in the near future with the MAC, with more East versus West King of the Table. Best way that you guys can stay informed is actually by watching Inside Arm Wrestling. Inside Arm Wrestling on YouTube. If you like, subscribe, and hit the notify button. When there are events and when there are announcements to be made, you can find them first here on Inside Arm Wrestling, the home of arm wrestling. The other way that you could do that, if you're a World Series of Arm Wrestling fan, is to follow us on World Series of Arm Wrestling on Instagram or Facebook. Here on Instagram, it's World_Series_of_Arm Wrestling. It's a lot of underscores and a lot of words, but if you get there, you'll see up-to-date information on everything that we're doing here in the World Series of Arm Wrestling, including the coming up local tournaments, as well as the finals and the finals prize money. So the best way that you can help the sport of arm wrestling, guys, is to stay involved, stay active, and stay relevant. And the other way that you can really make sure that you're doing a great job is when there are videos, hit the like, comment, guys. The algorithm works for everyone when you do it the right way. Season 2 right now, folks, on Tubi and Amazon. You can see it coming up on Free Live Sports. You'll also be able to start seeing the Season 1 episodes coming up in the month of July. We'll be releasing each episode from Season 1 on our YouTube channel. We're going to be making that available for all those areas geographically outside the U.S. and the immediate territories for you to see all of the great action from Season 1, as well as we will go through each week, leading off with a new episode all the way to the finals. So, folks, that does it for another episode of Inside Arm Wrestling. A quick one, just a quick shout out there, getting the information out to you so that you know what's going on. Again, like, subscribe, and notified. That's the way to keep us moving, keep all of us in the sport moving and growing. So, once again, folks, remember to make sure you train smart, you lift safe, you practice hard. I know that's not what I normally say, but Anthony doesn't have the cue card in front of me. So, we're going to go with that. Clap, snap, point. Folks, have a great week. And remember, WSA June 28th Regional at Riverside is only 2 weeks away.